Could you stand a little taller, just a tad?
Like this?
Yes, yes. The chin a tiny bit lower. Gaze a little more to the right. There! Now, hold the pose. Just a few more minutes. You have such an incredibly singular face. That's a compliment, my lord, out of my mouth. Your particularity gives you character.
You're still here?
We've nearly finished. Have you any more need of me, Master?
You haven't forgotten that we're setting sail today, have you?
Of course not.
Your cousin is nowhere to be found. I've searched the palace from cellars to attics. Your uncle is beside himself.
He was of a mind to paint the town last night. Don't worry, I shall track him down. Make care to your own preparations without wrinkling another frown. We'll meet you on the boat.
It's about time your cousin took account of the responsibilities awaiting him. He should go and inform the ambassadors of Telemi and the Bridge Alliance of his departure.
Have no fear, Master. I will go and see them in his name. I beg your pardon, but urgent matters call me away. Might we finish all this later?
Impossible, my lord. You are leaving with the tide, if what I've been told is correct.
I am sorry, sir. Truly, I must be going.
My lord, please, I beg you. Her Highness has personally requested I finish.
Thank you, cousin, for getting me out of that.
Sire, I'm sorry. I'm afraid that I won't make for good company.
Hey! Green blood!
Kurt.
And so the day has finally come. My royal fledglings are leaving the nest.
Accompanied by their most loyal and tenacious master of arms.
As loyal as your gold.
Oh, enough with the cold mercenary. I know you like us. Still hiding your men in the unsuspecting shadows of the greats of this world, I see.
Hey, our blades are the only thing keeping you dainties alive.
Ha! Kurt! I'm not in need of your protection. I'm no longer a child, you know.
Is that so? Well, let's see. Fight with honor! Green blood. Me who thought myself a competent weapons master.
It's becoming a little hard to believe.
Don't add insult to injury. This is humiliating enough. We'll need to get you through the basics, or you risk getting your feathers plucked at the first sign of trouble.
That could definitely come in handy.
In that case, Otto here is going to be your training partner. Go! Fight with honor! appears we've brushed up on the basics.
It does, and I'd like to be on my way. I've quite the list of things to do before we depart.
Indeed. Remember that you can always train in our barracks on the island if you're feeling rusty.
Are your bags packed for the great departure?
Yes, you know I get by with very little. You're not angry that I'm coming with you, I hope.
On the contrary, I'm thrilled that both you and Sir de Corsilion are joining our party. A few friends at your side in unknown territory is a boon.
Ah, so the old goat is coming too. And there I was thinking I would die of boredom on the trip. By the way, where is our future governor hiding? I was hoping to put his skills to the test as well.
I have no idea. He had plans to celebrate his departure last night, and we haven't seen him since. You know Constantine. I should have gone with him, but my heart wasn't in the mood for celebration. The thought of bidding my mother farewell.
It is never easy to say goodbye. But you should be going to see her now. She must be waiting for you. I'll meet you in front of the palace. Then we'll go and find Constantine together.
Very well. I'll meet you as soon as I've said my goodbyes.
What is this? Have you not been taught to knock? I've asked 1,000 times. Oh, it's you, my dear child.
Mother, I'm sorry. I'm having trouble getting used to your condition.
Come now, let's speak of more pleasant things. I'm so very happy to hear your voice. You remind me so much of your father. I do miss him so. Today is the big day, isn't it? Ready to set sail for that island everyone's talking about.
Yes, but the idea of leaving you behind, alone and ill...
Dying, my child. Alas, there is nothing you can do by staying that would ease my suffering. One thing brings me cheer. They say the island is full of miracles, and we might find a cure.
Even if I were to find it, I would never be able to return in time to...
I know. But it brings me comfort to know my son has left on a mission to heal his people. Come now. It is time for you to take leave. Here, take this with you.
What is it?
A family heirloom. Something that... Take it and keep it with you. May it bring you good luck. All my blessings go with you, my child. Now, be off.
Kurt? It's done.
Sorry, Greenblood. Look, we can see the masts of the ship that'll be taking us. This is one sacred adventure we're embarking on.
I hope this island will keep its promises.
In order to know that, we'll need to find Constantine first.
You're right. Maybe he's already at the port. He was so eager to leave.
This will be quite the chore to finish before our departure. The commander wants to recover some merchandise from our supplier, but the transporter doesn't want to deliver. I did all I could to persuade. Nothing came of it. All the parliamenting fatigues me. But this is your domain. I wouldn't say no to a little help.
Of course. Where is the supplier?
In the lower boroughs, near the port.
Right then. We'll put it on our list of visits.
Where would you like to begin?
I've been asked to pay visits to the ambassadors of Thélème and the Bridge Alliance before our departure. Their dwellings are not far from here. We could go there first.
Very well. Do you think Constantine will be waiting for us next to the ship?
I don't know, but it's certainly worthy of inspection. Good day, Excellency.
Sir de Sade, to what do I owe the pleasure?
I have come to inform you that my cousin Constantine and I are departing for Tirfredi on the hour.
Ah, yes. I did indeed hear talk that you had both received callings of greater stature. Allow me to congratulate you. Were you not named legate of the congregation?
You are correct, Excellency. I thank you.
It is a station of great honor that I am sure you will fill with brio and panache. The Mother Cardinal Cornelia will be enchanted to work with you, and your cousin in the future. I only regret that your departure is so sudden.
Really?
To be entirely honest with you, I was hoping to solicit your help in a rather delicate matter.
Tell me more about it. And perhaps I can take care of your problem before my departure.
Very well. A small group of dangerous heretics has found refuge in Serene. We know that your uncle tolerates the presence of all pagans within the city walls. But these particular non-believers threaten the fragile harmony of this place. We would consider it a tremendous favor if you would arrest them and deliver them to our guard.
Heresy is not a crime in Serene. You do know that. But I'm sure my uncle would hear your arguments. Why call on my intervention?
The prince would indeed give us his blessing, but it would take time. Far too much time. For according to our sources, these fugitives have already made contact with a smuggler to take them who knows where.
I see. You're hoping that I'll be able to do something before they make it to an enemy city. If your heretics are planning on boarding a ship, then they must be in the dockyards. I'll look into this and see what I can do. Could you tell me anything about Thélème?
It would be a pleasure. As you already know, our glorious nation is guided by our faith. We follow the teachings of Matthias, our founder and greatest prophet, and give thanks each day to the Luminous for having gifted us magic. The high dignitaries of Thélème are at the same time our spiritual guides, advocates, and grand mages.
I've heard say that dissensions have appeared recently in your nation.
Ah, you must certainly be speaking about the debates that have divided the Ordo Luminous and the more political orders. The Lord Luminous has an extremely pure vision of our faith and applies the words of our saint very strictly. But other, more open-minded factions exist within our nation. They believe that a less rigid dialectic would attract souls more readily to our faith. But their differences are purely theoretical, and do not threaten the cohesion of our nation, I assure you.
Could you tell me anything about Thélème?
It would be a pleasure. We follow the... and...
I've heard say...
but they're...
What's your point of view on the relations between our two nations?
As ambassador of... We appreciate as well the welcome that your... Thanks to your support, more and... The congregation is our most precious ally. That heresy is tolerated, and that your treaties with...
How is Thélème faring on Tirfredi?
We built a marvelous city. Did you know that certain historians believe our missionaries there are a multitude? Of course, there are certain... But I am confident that the Ordo Luminous will... And we have tremendous hopes that the entire native...
How goes the conflict with the Bridget?
Your territory is, alas, the only one that has... We fight on every front. Without great success, one must... These so-called savants not only refuse the light...
And on Tirfredi?
To my knowledge, no one has yet seen. The bridge have succeeded in provoking the natives there, and have their which leaves us greater latitude to settle peacefully and pursue...
I must be going. Farewell, Excellency.
May the light guide you, de Sade.
Your Excellency.
Lord de Sade, I have been told that you were named legate. Those are great responsibilities for someone as young. But you will bring honor upon your family and the
I thank you, Excellency. I've come here to inform you of our My cousin Constantine is about to take up office as governor.
I had no idea you would be leaving so quickly. Well, then, that is a pity. Have a pleasant voyage. A brilliant future awaits. Please convey to your cousin my congratulations and sincere wishes for success.
You seem slightly hesitant.
A rather unscrupulous individual has been sowing...
Do people actually give credence to these lies?
Alas, yes. They snatch up his celebrated... As you can well imagine, alchemists are our pride. This vulgar trickster casts dirt upon their... In any city of the Bridge Alliance, we would have arrested him.
I shall see what I can do, but make no promises. My departure is imminent.
I thank you, Excellency. And I am pleased to see you have... The man operates in the city center.
Would you be so kind as to tell me what you know about the Bridge Alliance?
With pleasure. A legate needs to know the history. The Alliance was sealed by several nations of the Bridge around 200. The greatest of our cities, Al-Sad, became the capital. And this union was originally put into place to better resist the appetites for conquer. But our ancestors quickly realized that the union had also strengthened. And of course, exchanges in knowledge were strongly encouraged. Today, it is by no means an overstatement to claim that the Bridge Alliance, each day, we push the limits of our understanding further in each...
Could you give me your understanding of the relations between the congregation and the Bridge?
Our relations hang essentially on the quality of our trade. The exchanges are very profitable, I will not hide from you that we have hoped you would join our number for... But your princes insist on maintaining a neutral stance. It is by all means a respectable position, even if it means...
The Bridge Alliance has been on Teer for much longer than we have. What can you tell me?
It is true that we founded Hikmet, our newest city, around 15 years ago now. Alas, I haven't been able to go there myself. I can only tell you what others have reported to me. It is a luxurious island. An enormous dead volcano thrones in its center. The vegetation is extremely varied, and the fauna wondrous. We discovered animals that we had never ever seen before. Some are bigger than houses. A savage and crude people also live there, who speak an... But you shall discover all of this for yourself soon enough.
And what of your war with Thélème?
It has been dragging on. In fact, it has been if those bigots hadn't gotten it in their heads to convert the entire continent, but that's the way of the world. We shall not waver.
Have you been fighting battles there as well?
From what I've been told, Thélème has wisely and direct conflicts are in fact quite rare.
I need to be going. Goodbye, Excellency.
Goodbye, Lord de Sade.
It's blocked. It's blocked.
Whatever you need to be the talk of all terrain. Welcome. It's such. Have you seen anything to your liking? Thank you for your visit. See you soon. Welcome. Have you seen? Thank you for your visit. See you soon. Welcome. It's have you? Thank you for your visit. See you soon.
Come closer now, good people. Don't be afraid. Come, celebrate the miracle of science. You won't believe your eyes. This discovery will give you... Citizens, I present to you Panacea, the absolute cure of everything. Toothache, stomach ailment, and even an open wound. This potion heals all of that. And more still. This little phial is the product of years of research and intensive labor. I hear you asking if this remedy can heal one from the Malachor. Alas, not yet. But your question is legitimate. I am so close to finding the cure. But the Malachor isn't the only ailment causing you to suffer. Not true? Then don't miss out on this chance and give yourself a healthy and energized life. Rejoice! A phial only costs a few coins, and well worth it to make your life shiny and new again.
Does it really heal everything, your potion?
Everything. Absolutely everything. Except the Malachor, of course. That being said, it is known that those in top health resist the Malachor best of all. Then don't throw away this chance. Think of all the pains that this potion could help you avoid.
You are right. It's a deal. I'm gonna take two.
There's a man that knows a good deal when he sees one. Hurry now. There won't be enough for everyone.
There he is. He's our man, no doubt.
His speech is well polished. I even feel like buying some.
And if we had a word with him, I wonder if he'll serve us the same routine.
Ah, you're finally tempted.
In all honesty, I haven't made up my mind yet. I want to be certain that I'm not dealing with a charlatan.
In this day and age, I can't blame you. What might I do to convince you?
Will you drink one of your potions to prove your good faith?
Of course. I take a little sip every morning. But as I'm in perfect health, you won't be able to verify the improvement in my condition. But if it helps you make up your mind, give me just a moment. There now. As you see, I am still in excellent condition.
Come on now, I swear you take that vial out of your pocket. Nothing proves that it's the same potion that you sell to your clients.
As a man of science, I consider skepticism a remarkable quality. But in your case, it is not skepticism, but blindness.
We need to steal one of these potions and force him to drink it.
Brilliant idea, Kurt. Let's take a look at his cart.
To my help! And death to the other! Move away! Things are about to get dicey! They broke your armor! Be careful!
Have you finally made up your mind?
I happen to have a vial of your medicine. Would you be willing to drink it in front of us? To prove that there is no risk?
This bullying is trying my patience. I'm beginning to suspect that you might be working for a rival.
You refuse to taste it?
You might have put something in it to cause me harm or further disgrace.
No, look. The vial is still sealed. It comes straight from your stock.
And you dare challenge me when you have just admitted to being a thief?
Come now. You can see for yourself that I'm gladly returning your vial, so that you might drink it in front of witnesses. This might help to dissipate my doubts, as well as those of these brave folk.
Yes, no, you don't have the right!
Damnation. He got away. He can't have gone far.
Find him before his head ends up on a spike.
Think back to the note that we found. We need to take a look at the tavern. He won't leave the city without his belongings.
You again? What are you doing in my room?
I'm not the only one that has found you. Have you seen the mob that is gathering in the street?
I'm neither deaf nor blind. By the spheres. Why didn't I leave the city while there was still time?
The Alliance ambassador is quite unsettled by your commerce, and he is the one who sent me.
Sahin? Him again. Ruining my career wasn't enough for him. He's the very reason I had to leave the Alliance. And here I am, playing the part of the potion maker. Me, who was once a respected member of the Academy of Al-Sad.
Dr. Sahin warned me that you were an imposter.
That doesn't surprise me, coming from him. I was a master alchemist. I understand if you don't believe me after all that, but I have a number of documents to prove it. I would still be one if Sahin hadn't set off a chain of machinations to disgrace me.
Why does Sahin bear you such hatred?
I wasn't fortunate enough to oppose certain great minds of the... I saw them inflicting torture on to find a remedy to the Malachor. They won't.
It is for an act of courage that you fell from grace. Are you not ashamed to have poisoned those poor souls?
These potions are not harmful. That is to say that they don't contain any harm.
But you could just as easily produce real healing.
You don't understand. I fled. But I haven't put... This potion is an attempt to create in those...
So you manipulate people to use as experimental fodder?
I don't have a choice. But it does not harm.
If this potion were inoffensive, then why wouldn't you drink it when I
ran tests on myself for such a long time that a small sip of this mixture provokes in me now a violent... The mob would have been furious in any case, but a normal dose.
Your methods don't seem so different than those of your...
I don't torture people. And this potion only has side effects in...
Perhaps, but you're hurting innocents. I cannot let your...
So, what are you going to do with me, sir?
I'm going to help you leave the city, but you must promise never to return.
I swear it.
Very well, then. I need to first get you away from those who want to see you hanged.
If we can't find a way to sneak out of here discreetly, we will have to confront the populace.
I haven't lost hope that I'll be able to help them hear reason.
It would be better if I remain hidden while waiting.
The servant's door. The lock's double bolted.
The key to the tavern. Please listen, I beg you.
If you want him to reimburse you, get in the back of the line like everyone else.
Believe me, I understand why you're angry.
Me, it's not money I want. That charlatan tried to poison us. I couldn't give a flying pile of dung for your pretty words. We're gonna hang him high. And you too, if you're an accomplice.
How absurd! I'm the one who put an end to his operation.
Well, in that case, help us catch him so he can be punished like he deserves.
He's trapped. He'll have to come out someday, you'll see.
I can procure you some excellent potions, as long as you promise to put an end to this. True potions of healing like those you thought you were buying.
What are you, some sort of alchemist, then? I hope you're not the same feather as the other. If that's the case, we have enough rope to hang the both of them!
Trust me. I swear that each and every one of you will receive one.
Our trust was already given. We're going nowhere without seeing the merchandise.
Such a large number of potions. This story's gonna cost you a fortune.
These vials could be lying around anywhere. I need to keep my eyes peeled.
Locked.
Let's go and find the alchemist. We need to get him out of here as fast as we can.
So, did you find a way to get me out of it?
Yes. I need to get you out. I've unlocked the service entrance. You will be able to...
Without being skinned alive by the mob?
You need to remain prudent.
I follow you.
Let's sneak out the back.
I hope we don't run into any unhappy patients. Angry customers. And we have no choice but to go this way? Holy leaders, I've seen it happen. Forgive me. I've never...
To my left! And death to the others! Move away! Things are about to get dicey! Broke your armor! Be careful!
More angry customers. I should have stayed at the tavern. I was safe.
blood. You're wounded. Move away. Things are about to get dicey.
Where are you headed? Don't abandon me. They're going to take me. We need to find my cart.
My cart, finally. I owe you my life. How can I ever thank you?
Just do us the favor of never coming back. And stop this deceit.
Sir. In fact, I've already had a word with your...
They're asking that we pay again. Despite...
It's just that the price has gone up, scene.
This is inadmissible. If you agree on a sum...
I'm sorry, sir. I'm just an agent.
Your master has apparently asked you to demand a second...
That's right. He told me that their attendants seemed to be high. And so he must have thought the guard would end up paying in the end, whatever he asked.
I'll be damned. And I'm the one they've sent to settle the...
Sorry, Captain. It's nothing personal. I'm...
Following orders. Yeah, we hear you. Makes one wonder which...
Why don't we go and solicit other suppliers?
When we've already paid for them. If these thieves agree to reimburse the original payment, it's... Do know, in the future, we won't be shopping with them. Well, I should...
This whole story sounds suspicious and stinks of a scandal. You're demanding a second payment, but refuse to reimburse the one that was...
I'm not the one demanding, nor...
This stubborn fool is pushing me to mad...
I don't think you understand who you're dealing with. Lord de Sardet, nephew of the Prince d'Orsay, and during our conversation, you explained to me that your master... That's regrettable. Especially as you will be considered his accomplice. You know as well as I that the congregation does not tolerate...
But I'm only obeying orders.
That is a shame. Well, as orders are the only language you seem to understand, I order you to return the guard the merchandise, without delay. Unless you'd rather your master...
As you request, my lord. I shall go immediately and ask that these...
Now that's a wise decision.
Thank you. I was beginning to think you're certainly honoring your new title. Bravo! The quartermaster must be expecting us. To my help! And death to the others! Move away! Things are about to get dicey! To my... To my help! And death to the others! Move away! Things are about to get dicey!
Sir Desade, I presume. It is an honor to make your acquaintance. Captain, you set sail soon. Have you seen to our little...
Yes. We were finally able to recover your merch.
Excellent news. I'm afraid, though, that you're...
Blast me, I'm a captain, not an...
The commander was quite...
Very well. What do I need to...
The merchandise that you obtained needs to be sent to Tier 3, but the Port Authority formalities for shipping take an eternity, and we've already lost quite a bit of time with this...
Are you blatantly asking us to smuggle this merchandise?
I would never ask you to do such a thing, Your Excellency.
Ah, but you don't mind asking that of Kurt?
Well, now, if he finds an alternative solution that is less... But this cargo must reach the Isle on the...
Marvelous.
Well then... I await your return with utmost impatience.
Sworn through? Is your hat out of style? Does your vest belong to last year's fashion?
Lively there, lads and lasses! I promised the merchants and their prince we'd be off before the tide. You, man, carry that properly. That porcelain is worth more than your life. There are some children we'd been best to refuse.
Captain Vasco.
And you are?
I'm de Sardet, the prince's nephew. If all is in order, we will soon be embarking on your boat.
It's a ship, not a boat.
Apologies.
Apologies for my asking, but the young governor isn't with you.
He didn't come home this morning. I need to find him before departure.
I hope nothing's happened to him or he hasn't changed his mind.
Perhaps he simply celebrated his imminent departure with a little too...
We're short a crew member, but have no fear. We will leave without him if he does not present...
Is he an important member of the crew?
We don't need him for sailing or navigation.
He must have simply had a bit too much to drink in celebrating his...
I doubt that. Jonas was never one to fancy. And it's been 2 days since last he was seen. No, I fear something. Might I ask you, if you hear anything, I would like to set sail with a clear...
When did you see your cabin boy?
It's been 2 days since I've had any news. It wasn't out of the ordinary until this morning. But the day of departure,
Does the boy know anyone in Serene?
Other than fellow Nords? I don't think so.
This Jonas, does he have any...
In tradition, we are all members of the same...
Might I have a word with them?
As you wish. You'll find them...
Have you seen anyone wandering about? Suspicious looking?
Take a look around. There are far too many coming. As long as they don't try and get on my ship. That said, we did catch ourselves a smuggler.
A smuggler? Maybe he could be of some...
In the port jails. May I ask you, why the sudden...
A couple of heretics are planning on leaving Serene. The ambassador of Thélème has entrusted...
Happy to see that you trust me enough to seek my... Just so happens that I heard someone talking about the couple. They were making quite some ruckus. We, of course, refused entry. I'm sorry, Your Excellency, but I'm certain you're protected. But we won't allow you to make a search to ground.
What do you mean?
That's discretion and malice.
You haven't heard anything about my cousin? To be honest, we were hoping to find...
Did you say he was intending on... My men spoke of a rather animate...
That isn't the safest place in this...
Let's go and find him.
Happy to be of some help.
I have a favor to ask.
I'm all ears.
We would like to load some merchandise.
Impossible. All merchandise must be registered. So, unless you're asking me to turn...
I wouldn't go that far.
Well then, though how...
Hellfire. If that's...
Captain, I understand your position, but...
I doubt it. Even if I wanted to help you. He's gotten into his head that a gang of ruffians want to use... He's placed guards where our cargo is being held. All that is not in the warehouse, and noted on the manifest. Sorry, but your crates are gonna have to wait...
Sorry, Kurt.
The commander is gonna have my head. I'm sure that's what he wanted in giving me this info.
In that case, we're going to have to doctor the manifest ourselves. Could you tell me a little about your...
We are masters of the oceans.
Thanks to your magic, so I've heard.
Our magic, yes. That only the... As for your question, any child born on one of our ships, others are sea-gifted. Join the Nords for... It's how the guild is made and maintains its number.
Could you tell me anything about our destiny?
It is a magnificent place. Wild. The natives have a relationship with their land. They're a very friendly people, welcoming. I've also heard that there are a great many exotic... But I wouldn't know what else to tell you. I've never...
What do you think of our port?
Are you referring to this one? It is the biggest thanks to your prince, even though it remains part of your city. Certain zones are owned completely by us. And it's a good port. Were it not for the Malak...
Be back soon, Captain.
We need to have a word with that people smuggler the sailor mentioned.
He's a captain, Kurt, like yourself. And in order to interrogate the smuggler, we'll need to find a way into his jail.
Captain, sir, we were given orders to wait.
You're going to have to wait. We need to find...
If you wore a Naut uniform and you were able to keep your mark hidden from them, they might let us in. Unless we just offered them a drink. These sailors rarely refuse one.
I see where this is headed. If we drop a little soporific in their glasses, the way will be clear. I'll just need to find the proper ingredients, but it's doable.
I've seen a few escape.
Are you the smuggler?
You snuck yourself in here. If this is some sort of trick to get me to...
You can see for yourself that I'm no Naut.
I'm already locked up. Yes, I am...
I'm searching for a couple fleeing to... Have they contacted you?
You certainly can't imagine I'm going to answer. I don't really think of my clients as kin.
A real saint you are. Tell me where I can find them and I'll open this...
That works for me. Your two Telemites are hidden. They must be waiting for me. If the Nauts get their hands on them, they'll...
Thank you.
Anytime. Thank you, my lord. And don't worry about me. I'll slip outside without being seen.
To my help! Do you have any idea how to get in there without being noticed?
Let's take a look around the building. We might find a less conspicuous entrance.
Where is the manifest to be found?
I've already been to the port authorities. They keep the official documents upstairs. Here's the ship's manifest. We only need to add our merchandise to the list.
Captain.
You're going...
Well now, can we get...
You're going to have to wait. Good day, Tavern Keeper.
Good day to you.
I'm looking for my cousin. His name is
There was indeed a party.
Whatever do you mean?
A brawl broke out.
I'm sorry. Amongst the rebel rousers, did hair down to his neck?
I don't believe it. Of course, I hope you've come to reimburse me. A good half of my furniture was...
Let me take a look.
If you can fix it.
That's not a small sum.
Oh, the father has forgotten to give his...
How is business going these days?
It's picking up. The Malicor and the native... The epidemic still rages. Now that we have a city there...
Has the Malicor really...
More than a damper. People stopped going out of their homes. And then, thankfully, the alchemists of the brick people were still distrustful, as is their name. I also lost quite a few regular... But that's nothing new to you.
With all these sailors coming and going...
Right. Even they say that man-tree treasure abounds under every rock. Last night, some naughts even told me they brought back one of... Ah, but you know the kind.
I need to be off. Farewell.
Goodbye.
The furniture is in terrible condition. The fight must have been extremely violent.
It looks as if it's fixable. I've seen worse. We'll need to build some metal dowels, but once done, we can make them like new.
And there you have it. You'd never guess they were once broken.
Well then.
Yes, just like new.
That does indeed look like fine work.
I would hope. Can you tell me where I can find my...
Your cousin is either a very bad... dangerous fellows. They've a store...
What kind of business do they run?
Several, actually, and they're all illegal. In any case, if you were set on recovering...
Thank you for the information.
Off with ya. Get him out of whatever... Anything else?
I need to be off.
Goodbye.
Good day. Someone told me that you're a friend of...
That's right, yeah.
Yes.
Happy to hear he's taken the disappearance.
When did you last see him?
2 days ago, in the evening.
Did anything seem out of the ordinary?
Maybe a tad troubled.
Why would that be?
Boy, I haven't the face.
What does Jonas do in his free time?
He just hangs around here or there. You know, when evening comes, we usually go down the tavern.
Did he ever have one too many?
Never. He sips his pint like...
Does he know anyone in Serene?
No one, far as I know.
Do you think he could have made himself any...
I wouldn't think that for a moment.
I don't know where to start with this.
No. Lauro won't stop telling anyone.
And you don't believe him?
I like Lauro, don't get me wrong, he's like a brother. The itch for a drink gets us all, but to him more than others, and when you drink too much, the imagination wanders. Here, yesterday, it was me who tied one over, and I thought I heard Jonas's voice by the canal. I called back to him, as you guessed, but then nothing. Drink. It blurs...
What do you think about Captain Vasco?
He's a damn good navigator, and an excellent leader of men. He knows his craft well, in spite of being so young.
How old is he?
He's not seen his 25th year yet. If he keeps it up, he'll be an admiral one day.
I need to be going. Farewell.
day, sailor. I've been
talking about Jonas, but like I've been crying to the 9 deaf winds.
Were you a witness to the event?
Yes, I was. Even though I'd had a few tumblers in the belly, I hadn't yet lost my head. The other day, in the tavern, I saw him talking to a well-dressed man, surrounded by some other sly ruffians. And then when we left, him and I, Flavia left a little earlier, you understand? Well, those brutes were there, waiting for him. They just up and took him like that. Grabbed his arms and poof. Gone. Vanished.
Why didn't you intervene?
I tried to, believe me. But my legs betrayed me. Wavering they were. And I fell into the gutter.
Did you report this to the captain?
Unfortunately not. I know all too well what weight my words carry. Even Flavia treated me like a drunken fool. And the captain? No, not telling him that. I still have some pride left, you get me?
Were you a witness to the event?
Yeah. The other day, and then... Well,
why did you report...
And for the cap...
Did Jonas seem troubled to you, the night he disappeared?
Maybe. For sure he wasn't his usual self.
Do you know what was on his mind?
No. No idea.
Why would anyone want to snatch a mere cabin boy?
How would I know? Jonas is a gentle boy who keeps his head down. You think my story is nothing but mist too, don't you?
It's just that I can't imagine a gang of thugs hoping to get a ransom for a cabin boy. Did anyone else see the kidnapping?
There was still a small crowd in the tavern. But outside, I seem to recall that regular being there. We play cards with him from time to time. Kind of fellow who plays from morning to night time to be that skilled. But now and again he comes out. When nature calls, you know. I kind of remember his face being there.
What do you think about Captain Vasco?
He's a just man, who knows his knots. He's well up to pity that he hasn't much heart for lass now and again. Always seems unhappy, our captain.
Thank you, Lara.
Strange story, this is.
Something isn't right here, I can feel it. We need to lift the veil on this. Tavern keeper.
I see you're back.
I'm looking for a Naut. A young cabin boy who's been missing roll call for 2 days now.
A Naut, you say? That's not a lot to go on. There are quite a few that come to my tavern.
According to one of his fellows, he would have been taken right here.
A kidnapping? In my establishment? You surely jest. Or at least I hope you do. I would have noticed. That doesn't hold water.
Someone told me about one of your faithful clients. A big gambler, it would seem.
I see. An able-bodied man. Passes his time lightening the pouches of sailors coming through.
Where might I find him at this time?
Here? He would never give away his chair at his table. Anything else?
I need to be off. Farewell.
Goodbye.
Tavern keeper.
I see you're back.
I need to be off.
Goodbye.
Who are you? I don't recognize you. Am I in your debt?
No. Have no fear about that. It's for a different reason that I am here. I'm looking for a Naut that disappeared 2 days ago, after visiting this establishment. A young cabin boy. 2 members of his crew accompanied him.
Yes, that does ring a bell. I've played with the 3 of them.
What can you tell me about the boy?
He seemed rather nervous, as if he was worried about something. Didn't feel like playing, that I remember. And he must have been right to be nervous, if he's disappeared.
Tell me what happened that evening.
A rich merchant came in, with a band of strong arms. The kind of men you can round up for a few coins, if you catch my drift. They exchanged words with the cabin boy. The kid was defensive, not sitting pretty. And then they finally left.
And after that?
It just so happens that I did go out for a breather. I needed some fresh air. And I think I might well have seen those same men grab him. But that was none of my business. I wouldn't have thought that they were kidnapping him, if that's what it was. They weren't particularly rough with him.
Who was the rich merchant, do you think? A jilted lover? A moneylender?
No, sir. You are in luck. It so happens that I know the man. It was Sir Fontaine, that merchant.
Where can I find him?
He has a house in the wealthy boroughs, just off the canal. A stone's throw from the Thélème embassy.
Thank you. You've been immensely helpful.
This man is completely owned by his love for the game. Do you think we can trust him?
What would he gain from lying?
I have no idea. But what would any wealthy merchant gain from holding a penniless child?
Might I help you, sir?
I would like to have a word with Sir Fontaine.
He is absent, but the lady of the house could certainly receive you. Enter, please.
Oh, I know you. I've seen you at court. You are Lord de Sade. And to what do I owe the honor of your visit, Excellency?
I would like to have a word with your husband.
He is not here, but perhaps I could be of help.
It concerns a delicate matter. We're looking for a missing cabin boy. According to witnesses, he had an argument with your husband before being taken.
I see. I am afraid that you have been misled. You seem to have come to the wrong conclusion. The cabin boy you speak of was not taken. He has simply returned home.
Excuse me, but I'm not sure I understand.
Don't you see, Your Excellency? We got our son back.
I am very surprised. Several witnesses confirmed that your son had a fight with your husband, and that his men escorted him from the tavern using force. If he had joined your husband willingly...
Witnesses? In a tavern? And you choose to believe these drunkards over a respectable family?
These witnesses are all in agreement, and it's their testimonies that have led me to your doorstep.
My son was probably shocked to have found us. My husband and the other men might have simply had to carry him. A gesture that your drunkards must have misunderstood.
What was your son doing on a Naut ship? Why would they have taken him?
It is what they do. Through pacts and contracts, they steal away young children from their mothers.
What are you talking about?
I would have thought that a legate would know these things. But it is true that you are young and inexperienced. It seems that you have been protected from the turpitudes of our own nation and their terrible allies. This horrible, constant ransoming that they put us through. But I will not say another word. You will have no trouble verifying the details now that you know what to look for.
Where might I find your son now?
I cannot say, Excellency. You must understand why. Until the Nauts have set sail, we live in fear they will take him back from us.
This pact? It sounds like some fear-inducing story.
The Nauts wouldn't be the first to recruit through dubious means.
I wish you a good day, Your Excellency.
Sir, you still haven't found your cousin. As you well know, we cannot leave without him.
Have no fear. I will bring him back in time to make our scheduled departure. Is everything ready?
I'm still without news of my cabin boy, but we will have to do without.
I spoke with a woman who told me she was the mother of the cabin boy. She claims that her son was taken from her.
Taken? Her son is sea-gifted. His parents were required to give him up to honor the terms of a contract.
A contract? But what kind of contract are we speaking of?
A commercial contract. In exchange for services rendered by the Nauts, some families cede more than gold. In some cases, nations even trade some of their subjects before they're born. I wouldn't be able to tell you the condition of Jonas's contract. I didn't even know he was originally from Serene. But what I can tell you is the young man hasn't seen his parents since he was a small child. And ever since, he's been a Naut. Our ships are his home. We are his only family.
Be back soon, Captain.
You see anyone else who might be able to help us? Anyone who's not a Naut?
Sir de Corsillion's a veritable well of scientific knowledge. He could tell us a little more.
But I still don't see Constantine at your side. I hope he hasn't been the victim of any foul play.
Don't worry. We'll find him in time for departure.
I certainly hope so. Would you be in need of my help in any way?
I've had a word with Lady Fontaine. You must know her. She told me a strange... She said that he was taken when he was...
Who was a cabin boy?
They took him back to...
Well, that is very unpleasant news to say. Since time immemorial, there's children born on their ships belong to... But certain contracts are so important. From time to time, the congregation has passed such...
Are you telling me that the Fontaines lost their...
No. That pact, but Sir Fontaine has made a fortune trading with the...
Do you mean he would have offered up his own son in exchange...
Well, he probably did it before the birth of the child. And what counts most is that breaking a contract with the seafarers has always cost us...
I will do my best.
A father selling his own son for a few boat rides. For ugly, that is ugly.
Lady Fontaine didn't seem to have any knowledge of that detail. That could be of use to us. This document mentions another property. A warehouse.
That would be a great place to hide. Shall we take a peek? Here we are. Be careful. Fontaine won't be alone. He'll have his henchmen with him.
Let's just try to remain discreet.
Sir de Sade?
I've come looking for your son.
Those Nauts took him from us.
Would you be so kind as to hear... I looked into the contract. It was indeed you who ceded your son to...
It is so.
You should have thought of that before. Breaking...
The Prince will know how to negotiate with the Nauts. If they...
Her sadness would be all the more terrible if she learned of your...
You wouldn't dare.
You're not leaving me with a
Very well. Take the key and take him away. Cursed be the day I delivered my son unto the Nauts.
All children leave the nest one day or another, sir. Farewell.
Who are you?
My name is de Sade. I am legate of the congregation. Your captain has sent me to find you.
And were you able to convince my father?
Yes. Even if I had to bend his arm a little.
That doesn't surprise me. He seemed to have no intention of changing his mind. I feel more sorry for my mother.
You don't seem to be all that...
I hadn't seen them since I was... They find me, capture me. My family is the Nauts.
Yes. You should still go and say farewell to your...
navigation, whatever you need, the Tolkarbal Terrain! Welcome, it's... Have you seen any... Thank you for your visit. See you soon. Boots, what? Welcome, it's... Have you seen any... Thank you for your visit. See you soon. Have you... Thank you for your visit. See you soon.
So, you still haven't found your cousin?
Have no fear.
My cabin boy, Jonas, is back on...
You do. It's a rather sad affair, and though solved, leaves...
All we can do is plot a course. I do thank you. I didn't think you'd go to so much trouble for a cabin boy. Your actions bring you...
Be back soon, Captain.
Well now, can we get going?
You're going to have to wait. We...
damnation. We've been found. I told you that the smuggler was not worthy of our trust.
The man to which you are referring was arrested and thrown into prison.
Have you come to deliver us to the... Please, please, we are not heretics.
In that case, why is the Inquisition...
Our only error was...
It's true. We presented our research, but it did...
We fled all the way to Serene, but the Inquisition wants to silence us so...
Tell me more about your research.
Our work concerned...
The disciple of Saint Matthias. The one?
The very same. His writing was careful.
With the discovery of Teofredi, we thought it crucial to take a look at the original. We wanted to verify if this island could have been the faraway...
And?
Teofredi is without any doubt, but the text that we discovered was right...
In the original text, St. Lucius, he speaks of a voice that came from the depth.
It was written in black and white.
I understand now what... This voice from the depths sounds more the power of...
The sacred texts are always difficult to interpret.
Did you try speaking with the censors? You could forget what you have discovered.
Oh, we have signed already an abjuration. We were even ready to say that we had never seen the truth.
It served no purpose. It's...
Who were you hoping would give you a sign?
We were hoping to reach Al-Sad.
Our research won't interest the Bridge Alliance, or at least I doubt it. But at least...
By entering Al-Sad as clandestines, you risk being taken for spies.
That would be better than being burned.
I see. Well, you have no other choice but to run and seek refuge.
I beg of you, please do not...
I could have a word with the good Dr. Sahin. If he can be persuaded to offer...
Your goodness honors you.
If I manage to convince the ambassador, you'll need to refrain from that. Stay here. Your Excellency.
Lord de Sade.
I would like to talk to you.
I am listening.
A couple of historians have made a recent and it seems that this is not to the liking of the Illuminati.
These sinister hypocrites are going to want to...
Without a doubt. And that's what...
We are willing.
At the port of Serene. They were...
Very well. I shall...
I need to be going.
Goodbye.
We owe you our lives. We are...
It was nothing. I hope you won't...
If you would allow me...
Farewell.
You have a kind heart, Greenblood. It'll be the end of you, but that doesn't bother me. I wouldn't have wanted those poor buggers to end up on a burning pyre.
It would seem that I'm not the only one with a tender heart. Good day, Excellency.
Sir...
It pains me to
curse them!
Alas, I would not have been able to capture them without risking a...
The bridge. But I had hoped that you might intervene quick. We have nothing else...
I must be going. Farewell, Excellency.
May...
any idea who I am?
That vulture of a tavern master was right.
It sounds as if he's locked up.
And I have a feeling they're expecting company. Be careful. The slightest itchy word to these brutes will have them drawing blades to scratch it.
Negotiation may be the solution. As you say, this breed of brutes won't spit on ransom money.
What a waste. I'd rather sneak around them than give half a coin to these seedy fellows.
It's not possible just now. It's blocked. It's blocked. It's not possible just now.
With all those posters we posted, someone with deep pockets will show up sooner or later to liberate the rooster. Oh, he's making a great deal of noise. We could knock him out, or gag him.
Well, this has been monumentous, gentlemen, but I have more important things to attend to. An island to govern, treaties to sign, riches to expedite, and a demanding father to impress. Constantine, it's me! My dear cousin! Oh, my lucky star! Always there to pull me out of my fires.
Well, I do what I can. We're departing soon. Your father wasn't pleased by your absence this morning.
Have you ever seen him happy about anything when it comes to me? You know what he thinks of me.
He cares about you. I know that. He appointed you governor, didn't he?
He is ridding himself of a source of constant disappointment. Enough said. Today we set sail for adventure.
If you only knew how these river scum treated me. Do me a courtesy, good cousin. Now that we stand boldly alongside the brave Kurt, let's give them their money's worth.
They haven't spotted us. We could sneak out of here silently. We have a ship to board.
You've always been the reasonable soul. Don't you think these brutes deserve a punishment?
Yes, without a doubt. But don't you think there are more pressing matters? Kurt?
It is your highness's decision to make. Whatever it is, I shall follow. Halt! The warehouse...
Can't you make an exception?
No.
Very well.
Orders haven't changed.
Can't you make an exception?
No.
Very well.